because I don't have to play against him anymore. But at the very beginning, I was like, did he actually realize what he did? You know, because, and I'm happy that he did. I'm not judging what he
So the bookies have Manchester City as the favourites going into the tie. Of course, they're looking to add the FA Cup to the Carabao Cup that they won earlier in the season. Chelsea looking to bookend their season after, of course, being crowned world champions in the summer, looking to end the campaign with a win in the FA Cup. That's why we're all here. That's why we're standing here on a Friday night. Wembley Arch behind us. Beautiful.
It should really be a fine of a week's wages for you even mentioning Club World Champions.
They are the Club World Champions. That is it until the next tournament. That's where they are.
Both of them had a layup in the semi-finals. City made hard work of it against Southampton.
Yes, they
Chelsea
did.
had a layup against.
Needham gets looked at for that. Needham's fault. Struggling.
Chelsea had a layup against Leeds. Second half was a bit tougher. I think I might be wrong. I think they might have went to a back three at Liverpool. This is all very boring. They all went to
never stopped you before.
I think they might have went to a back three at Liverpool last week. So the tactical side of it could be interesting tomorrow. How they go and how they set up. But yeah, you know, if City play to their level, it could be a tough day for Chelsea.
Chelsea have still got some good players. If you look around the squad, you know the defenders are coming back into the side, which they're not. Is Govil going to be fully fit? I mean, James, I think, is an excellent addition to their back four. But Neto is a good player. You got João Pedro's a good player. Fernandes will make runs into the box. Caicedo's a good midfield player. If they can click together and they can play well and play at their very best, they can still cause Man City problems. Because Man City, although they're at the moment, I think, the best team in the Premier League in terms of their form, they still look vulnerable when teams hit balls in behind them. They still look vulnerable on the counter-attack every so often. And if Chelsea play at their very best, they can cause them problems.
I still think João Pedro, he's to me, he is almost a level above what's at Chelsea at the moment in terms of the way that he thinks and how he sees the link-up play and his hold-up.
That was evident when we were here for the semi-final, wasn't it? He was the leader on the pitch trying to sort everything out.
Yeah, well, you saw the difference in the balls going up to Calvert-Lewin, which weren't as good at balls in terms of quality. But anything that went up to João Pedro that it was only half decent. He was able to sort of hold a defender off, bring it down, and flick make it. He's just a very talented player. Robbo's right. They've got.
And I missed Cole Palmer out. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. Cole Palmer. Now they played a bit better last week at Liverpool. But is that Liverpool? Yeah. So it was a little bit better than it was, but it was because it's been dreadful. It was at 6 straight defeats. But as Stuart said, they have good players, but they've got a lot of good players who haven't played particularly well, certainly of late. But I think they've also got a lot of top players and big names that are disillusioned with what's going on behind the scenes, and that's translated onto the field. So they have got a performance in them. Whether it's going to be tomorrow out here or not, I just don't know.
I think awkwardly the odds that you showed at the start of that piece were the same for last year when they played Palace and the year before when they played against United. Don't know, do not remember. Nice. But from a City perspective, this in some ways reminds me of the game they played against Spurs in the Carabao Cup final a few years ago, where Ryan Mason was on the touchline for Spurs in that game. I think Mourinho might have just been sacked not too long before that.
I think he was sacked the 2 days before.
Yeah, literally. And I think City, as you said, they arrive in a better moment. You know, they have the confidence to be winning games of football. To be honest, Chelsea haven't. You know, they won the semi-final here against Leeds, which many of us thought they'd probably struggle in, but they managed to do that. And they do have the belief, but you still got to back City. And also, just to say, that semi-final was actually tough for City because, you know, Southampton have got a really good scouting network. So, in reality, it was they actually did very well.
Exactly what Man City
did. They did very well to hold them off.
Send a scout up to see what Ryan Cherky and Ellen Haaland did.
Should we get some predictions? What's the final? It should be a fun final. It's like, in theory, if both teams play their best, it should be entertaining.
No, it should be. But I don't see any reason that either team would, and certainly City won't. I don't see any reason that either team would try and sit in and shut up shop. They'll both try and play.
Yeah.
How much City can dominate and get it out to the wide players remains to be seen. If it's Semenyo against Cucurella, that should be fun.
Yeah.
You know, there's all these little battles. You know, Cole Palmer if he plays, and Reece James, will he play? He could play in midfield. You know what I mean? He's such a talented individual. He could do that. So there's lots of subplots. And the other one is, come on, you must be in the know. Guardiola's going, isn't he?
I don't know what you're talking about.
From the cup.
No, my point.
Why did that take so long? I wanted a drink.
No, my point.